7:30 on Fox for a special SmackDown kickoff show. Nick, you excited about this?
Yeah, David Ortiz is going to be there, and a guy who I would argue looks like a professional wrestler, George Kittle. He's going to be there as well. I feel like Kittle's going to go seamlessly into that post-career if he wants to, Brandon.
It's interesting you said that, because when I see professional athletes jump into the ring, I'm like, I don't care. But I saw it a couple years ago with Shawn Merriman. I thought he was going to be lights out. And it didn't work out the way I thought it would. This is the first guy that I want to see, and I believe can seamlessly transition into the ring. George Kittle, let's go.
George Kittle, keep the mustache.
All right.
Also, Jenna, Stone Cold tonight, too. Big night in the Wilds family. We're big Stone Cold fans, too. Also, my children grab the juice box and smash them together and chug them.
Stone Cold's the GOAT wrestler, by the way. That's also, that's like an
you want to have another GOAT discussion? Do you want to have another GOAT discussion about wrestling?
There's no debate on that.
No, he's not.
Stone Cold.
Well, okay.
No way.
Oh, he doesn't have as many title defenses as Ric Flair. Count the belts, the Ric Flair fans say. They're doofuses.
Hulk Hogan.
No,
Hulk Hogan
7:30
is the GOAT.
tonight.
Hulk Hogan.
SmackDown.
Count the belts. Count the belts. The whole, no, it's Stone Cold. We know it's Stone Cold.
Let's get back to some football now. We got a monster AFC North showdown coming up Sunday. 4-1 Browns headed to Pittsburgh to take on the 4-0 Steelers. Baker versus Ben. How about this? Steelers are a perfect 16-0 at home versus Cleveland in the Big Ben era. But this is a different Big Ben, and this is a different Cleveland Browns team. Same era, though. Time for Brandon's keys to the game. Brandon, what are your keys to Big Ben Steelers staying undefeated at home versus this Cleveland Browns team?
Real quick, Jenna, can we switch my jersey? Because what's going on with the Jets organization, so I would like that to go from the Jets. Let's go to the Bears. Yeah, let's switch that.
No.
Let's switch that jersey.
We already switched it once. We're switching it again.
Our graphics
Here's my keys to this game. 3 keys, Jenna. Number 1, you have to take out Myles Garrett. Eliminate him from this game plan. Not because of the soap opera last year. Emotions may be running high, but it's because this guy is disruptive. He can single-handedly win this game himself. He is a monster. Take him out, protect Big Ben. Number 2, the only thing this offense is missing is Big Ben connecting on the deep ball. Big Ben, this is your week to connect on the deep ball. He's 4 for 17 when throwing the ball past 20 yards. That is 24%. This is the week to get it done because this is an average secondary at best. So, Big Ben, let's go. Get it done this week. And the third key, if the Steelers want to win this game, they have to take out this running game. You can't let the Cleveland Browns come in here and do what they do best. You got Watt and these other guys on the defensive line that is stout. So if you eliminate this run game, now you're forcing Baker Mayfield to be one-dimensional, and we know what happens when he drops back 40, 45 times. 1 pick, 2 pick, 3 pick, 4. Eliminate him. Eliminate him.
7 pick, 8 pick, more.
All right, so Brandon, oh, look.
Sorry, I have a 5-year-old.
Bears Brandon Marshall.
Oh,
I thought we were going to get Dolphins Brandon Marshall. What about Broncos Brandon Marshall?
You want the Dolphins jersey?
I feel like we should do a rotate.
Yeah,
any of them.
Yeah, the Broncos. Let's go Broncos.
I don't think they have that one ready. I don't think they can just immediately switch it like that. All right, let me talk about your first key, Brandon. Because you are asking them to do something that no team has proven able to do. I want folks to understand something about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett right now averages the most sacks per game of any player in NFL history. I'm going to say that again. Myles Garrett averages the most sacks per game of any player ever. Post-rookie season, he has 30 sacks in 31 games, and 8 of them have come with forced fumbles. So it's plays like that. It's not just big hits on your quarterback. It's game-changing forced turnovers. So I think it's very, very difficult to ask the Steelers to do that. Your last point about Baker, I think, is incredibly important, which is if I'm the Browns, because the Steelers have shown they've proven to be so adept at getting to the opposing team's quarterback, I want to be overly conservative in the first quarter, maybe even the first half, to try to make sure we don't let a game-changing play by Watt or Dupree or Minka all of a sudden flip the game on its head because Baker makes a mistake. So this is a game where I would pound the running game. This is a game where I would max protect because I think the Steelers' offense is a little overrated, and I think the Steelers' defense might be the best in the entire NFL. So I want to protect Baker from himself in this game because I think the Browns' defense can make some hay wilds on that Steelers' offense.
I guess so. It just feels so uninspiring for Baker that you want to protect Baker by like not letting him throw the ball. Because for the 4-1 Browns, like Baker hasn't been really cooking. He's been all right, but like I want to let Baker cook out there. There's 24 quarterbacks who have thrown for 1,000 yards this year.
In the kitchen.
Baker's not one of them. It's odd. Yards per pass attempt. Baker's
let
28.
Baker bake. No, wow. No, go with
Baker
anymore.
Technology works.
No, he's not a rookie anymore.
Stop.
Go out there and be the guy you drafted.
Jenna.
Go, Brandon.
No, is the game is it about winning or is it about cooking? Okay? Which one is it about? Because they're 4-1 right now. They're winning because they're letting Baker bake. When you cook, that thing is hot. When you bake, it's like a little simmer.
It's still pretty hot.
And that's what this offense is. We're going to run on first, run on. No. We're going to bake it. We're going to bake it. We're going to put it on like 100 degrees. We ain't going to put it on 300, 350, 400. No. We're going to put that thing on 100.
Brandon's not a great.
Yeah, I know.
We should just keep going.
Yeah, we might want to put him in a crock pot.
In a kitchen.
Put
simmer.
Put Baker in a crock pot. Run on first. Run on second. Third down. Run again. Run on third and 15. Run again with Baker. He can lose the game. We just talked about the guy on the other side of the ball, Myles Garrett, who can single-handedly win the game. On the other side, you have a guy who can single-handedly lose the game for you.
And Brandon, to Brandon's point, Wilds, it's about who you're playing. You know me. More often than not, I want teams to throw the ball down the field. It's 2020 NFL football. That's how you win. But there are exceptions. The Steelers' entire team has been built around that front seven. The ability to pressure the opposing quarterback, have two dueling edge rushers in Watt and Dupree that can wreck a game, not to mention Cam Hayward and others. So there are certain games where you dial it back. And Jenna,
you can't
I understand like well, okay, I think one of the reasons that has to do with A, who they've been playing, and B, if you're running the ball, you're not turning it over. And the way the Steelers last year and this year have dominated teams is putting them in impossible positions because the defense is so dominant. So I am going to be conservative unless I am forced out of that game plan if I'm Cleveland. Like this is the biggest game Cleveland has played since week 17, 2007. There are no style points. If they get to 5-1, having won 5 in a row, it is what it means for this team, this franchise, and to beat the Steelers after what happened last year when they beat them, but it was all marred by the Myles Garrett stuff. It's a massive moment. It's not about, trying to have Baker prove something, Jenna.
What I'm saying is, Brandon, if you go into a game saying, well, let's just hold our breath and go like this, and hopefully they won't beat us, and don't throw the ball over, just hand it off, let's just run it, let's deviate from our game plan to make sure, let's just play defense the whole game.
That's not deviating.
Like if you
that
go
is
into
their game plan.
But it is.
That's
okay,
not
but
deviating.
if they go, no, but what you're, but what it sounds like you're saying is they're going into the. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
No, you're right. You don't want to go in a game like that. And I know I just crushed Baker, but that's not what we know if he drops back 40, 45 times a game, in his head, he thinks he's Brett Favre. He really does. Brett Favre would throw 30 touchdowns and 30 picks, and everybody still be standing on his feet because he was so talented physically. That is not Baker Mayfield. So we know what can happen if we ask him to do that. What can happen is put your players in position to win, and that's what the Cleveland Browns and Stefanski has done. They know he is really good off of the keeper game to play action, but it's set up by the run. That's their formula to win, Jenna. They play okay on defense. They can be better. They're banged up in the secondary. They got Myles Garrett, who can single-handedly win this game. Baker Mayfield is not managing the game. It's just our best players are in the backfield, and also the wide receivers who now has one-on-one because we have 8-man box because we're averaging 5 yards a carry. So this is how this team is set up, which is dangerous. It's not going to be an easy game for the Steelers. It's going to be tough. The NFC North is back. The AFC North is back. The Pittsburgh Steelers is running the ball, averaging 4.9 yards a carry. Cleveland Browns leading the league in so many rushing categories and playing good defense as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers. The AFC North is back. This is going to be a really good game, but the Steelers will take it.
Yes. This is exactly what I was going to cap it with, but you think the Steelers are going to win. Hey, guys, it didn't take long for El Bell to find a new home. It's a good home, sturdy foundation. Some would even say its super is pretty good. We'll discuss the new look Kansas City Chiefs next. First things first.